God, tell me the truth. One fly landed on me boob.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh no, I've been constipated for 2 weeks, so I literally have not pooed.
Honestly, I am gonna miss these chairs, eh?
Right, this is like I want to have this at my house at home because these are just like a comfort item.
Maybe tell the guy that you're not gonna sell them.
How would we get them anywhere?
It's an emotional one this week.
Oh.
It is our last episode.
I'm still trying to convince Yasmina to keep the podcast going. We've had some requests from our biggest fans, but it seems unlikely.
And I don't want to film the podcast without these bad boys.
No. It's not the podcast without them.
The lazy boys, but we're realistically the lazy boys.
We're the laziest boys of them all. Today we're talking about flatting, something which is obviously part of our discussions every single day because everything that goes wrong in our life is because of flooding, but everything that goes right in our life is because of flooding. What do you call it? Shared housing in other places? Let's make sure this is internationally understandable.
Yeah, so shared housing, living with other people, me.
Bro, I'm about to be flooding with an old couple next year. Any sort of thing can be considered flatting, you know what I mean?
Lovely old couple that you're flirting with, aren't they? So what's your connection to them?
They're just this super generous couple that I found on Trade Me. And
you found them on Trade Me?
Yeah, the lady says she's going to cook for me every night, which is crazy.
Sorry.
Yeah, very, very cheap rent. It's a pretty nice house and it's a really good arrangement, just us three.
Tell the truth.
What's our first Oh, those are my parents, by the way. I am living at home. Okay, beep, beep. Tell me your current flooding situation. Right now, what are you in right now?
Well, we're in the same current flooding situation.
Yes.
But it is all of us in a disgusting house. Not to be rude, like this house isn't disgusting, but it's like the typical like grungy uni kind of flat. Didn't ever expect to be living in a place like this, but here we are.
The mold, one time there was 160 flies in the bathroom at one time. You go in there and they're stuck in your hair.
Word of a lie, I killed 50.
When I got out of the shower after my towel wrapped around me, I take the towel off, flies drop with my
One
towel.
time I was in the shower, one fly landed on me boob.
Ah!
I was like, I'm instantly not clean anymore.
They're in your mouth, they're in your eyes. You're trying to dry after the shower, they're in your ear. Oh my gosh.
It's actually
flies
disgusting.
everywhere.
Then they die. There's flies all over the floor. Please.
Flies. And we just put up with it. At one point we just accepted it. We'd have a guest come over, mind the flies.
Sorry, there's a bit of a fly infestation at the moment.
Just ignore
Get
them.
out of here.
Literally.
So awkward.
But we still take people for house tours and we're very proud of our house.
We are.
Welcome to our beautiful 1960s sort of Art Deco style home. We are really proud to share what we've done.
So come inside. Welcome to our foyer. Here, right on our front doorstep, we chose art. We chose the sort of eggshell drip effect, some may call modern art. When we decided to rent this home, we put in a sound effect on the door, if you can hear. Just so we know when people are coming in and when people are coming out.
I found this exquisite antique artwork in a store when I was in Europe actually a few years ago, and it is just divine and represents sort of our energy as a friendship all together, and also just obviously for safety reasons, fire extinguisher on display. Sort of like that slightly deconstructed vibe with these curtains. So as you can see, it's not actually functionable as a curtain, so you just sort of leave it there.
Now we have done a little bit of art just to remind people why they're here and also for their own enjoyment, so here we have the bum.
Typically people have a fan in their shower just to prevent air. For us we went for sort of a more Dominoes-esque protection unit in order to avoid flies getting in, which is really great and creative and innovative, and it works really well for us. We fashioned this ledge, it was sort of personalised because we thought that having a little memoir to our great friend Elizabeth would be really effective.
Also when we come in her room it's just a nice leaner.
You need something to put your shoulder on.
How you doing, girl? She's on the bed, you know, we're just having a bit of a conversation. It's lovely to know while you're cooking there's something to do, you know, always an activity around. For us, it's these little danglers down here. A bit of futsal, something to fidget with while you're doing the cooking.
For our lounge we decided for a bit of ambience and to create that cozy atmosphere, we chose to remove the light bulb and actually break it so it was impossible to ever put another light bulb in there again. It's really effective in creating that atmosphere that everyone enjoys when you're Netflix and chill.
It's lovely to see that we have a stained glass window effect with a bit of texture following down the line there. It's just modern art.
So this door here doesn't actually have a locking function, which is really great in creating that indoor-outdoor flow and making it a really open, welcoming home. Literally anyone is welcome to enter our property.
So obviously we're all familiar with the ripped jeans trend.
So a slight bit of movement creates a whole lot of rattle.
It's the indoor-outdoor flow for me.
Easy access.
And this bathroom here is perfect for filming the Mamma Mia Chikatita scene. Please, please, please. Chikatita, tell me the truth. Have you ever seen such sorrow? It's so dirty. Hope you enjoyed, and if you ever want to come visit, just knock on the door. We probably won't let you in because it's stranger danger, but
the back door's always open. Oh!
Sorry, the back sliding door that goes into the observatory is always open.
Your bumhole has an observatory? Oh, I've seen worse though.
Oh, 100% seen worse, but I wouldn't want to live in any worse, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just the mould and the coldness for me. But 6 of us living here. We have a flat name. The flat name is the Rub and Tug. Interesting name. We didn't come up with it, but I love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've got a sign and everything.
2 boys, 4 girls. When I'm telling you this flat is cold, I'm saying often it is warmer outside than it is inside.
In the peak of winter, it was warmer outside than inside, which is saying something. We'd all be sitting at nights, not being able to turn the heater on because we're too poor, just going, and then it would just be like bellowing out of us.
Like, I get that, you know, flatting is cold. I haven't experienced anything like that.
Yeah,
it was pretty crazy.
And it made us sick. We were so sick in winter.
Yeah.
So obviously this year has had its trials and its tribulations. What do you think has been your favourite thing and your least favourite thing about this year's current situation?
So for me, comparing it to next year when I'm with my family and last year when I was put with a random group of people, the best thing about this is it's like a sleepover every night with my 5 bestest friends. Like, it's just crazy that the night before we're doing something exciting, we're getting ready all together, and that's not us having a sleepover, that's because we actually live together. And then in the morning having breakfast, it feels like in the summer holidays when you're in a batch, like that would be the closest I used to have to this.
It does feel like it's like the constant excitement of knowing that the next day you're waking up and you're doing fun things with the flat and everyone's on a good vibe.
Like hopping into Yasmina's bed in the morning or at night time just to have a little cuddle and a hangout, and we don't have to have a sleepover, we can just see each other like that, is just...
And then go back to our
cutest
respective
thing.
rooms.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Perfect.
I love that.
It's so cute. How
That
about
is
you?
cute. I would also say like the level of independence that you have to have. Halls is a whole different thing because I feel like it's not even a level of independence. But actually living in a house, you're paying the bills, you're cleaning the toilet, all of that kind of stuff. There's a level of independence that I feel, and I love it. You know what I mean? I feel like an adult.
Well, there's no rules. Sometimes we forget. We'll all be putting ourselves to bed at 10, and then I'll be like, the fact that we could just
stay up till 3.
We could leave and go to like Macca's and get 24 hours food. We only have had like that moment of realization like maybe 3 times. We've been like, let's do something crazy. I'm already feeling regretful that we didn't do more of that, just like doing something crazy, driving somewhere in the middle of the night.
But isn't that just part of growing up? You realise that doing those things aren't that...
The most exciting.
You know what I mean?
And my least favourite thing, this is kind of a big topic on its own, is the fact that people who are your friends, this is the same one as my best thing, and now you have a flatmate relationship with them, which means there's a whole new opportunity to have different types of tensions that you wouldn't experience with people who are just your friends, which is such a shame, and something that I regret about like flatting with your best friends is suddenly you have this whole different relationship, which is we're not operating as friends anymore, we're operating like you're my flatmate. And
yeah, it's another layer, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, like can you just do the dishes, or it's like, oh, and then it's adding, you're right, tension, where there before was no tension. And I also feel like sometimes when you're beefing with friends, you can go off to your respective like houses, cool off, come together, boom, everything's fine. When you're like beefing with a friend in a flat, it's like, I'm gonna see you in the kitchen, I'm gonna give you a side eye and, you know, whatever. And so it's like, it just makes it awkward.
No one even made me think about it like that. So this is why it's good we're talking about this now, is the fact that, you're a whole new thing to fight about. Like, someone who's just been your friend and the only fight you'd have is like, you kissed the boy that I liked. It's now gonna be, you left the bath mat down.
And it's the worst thing in this world. What happened?
I can't believe what I just saw. I can't even look. Look. I can't look. Go, yes. Stuff that you would never have to fight with your friends about. And then it's like, we've got these long distance friends and we're like, oh, we're great friends with them, but realistically we would have lived with them and been in the exact same boat.
100%, yeah. So My least favourite thing, and something I've actually struggled with so much this year, would be you want to hang out with someone, but when you're living with people, you feel like you're hanging out with them 24/7, but you're not actually spending like quality time. Like if you're going over to someone's house, that like 2 hours that you're there, nothing else but hanging out is on your mind, and then you're gonna come home and do the errands. But when you're in a house with the flatmates, you're like, oh, like I'm just gonna pop out and do it. Wouldn't it be like, you know what I mean?
This is such a great topic. So I've now created this toxic trait of feeling like I need to trap someone into hanging out with me so that you know that you're actually hanging out rather than just popping into their room for a bit. And we almost have to discuss, like, are we hanging out or are you about to like dip off any second now? You know what I mean? Like, or vice versa. Like, we're not chilling. I'm about to go for a walk. Like you realise, because you live with each other. And so therefore I'll be, well, you have to kind of over plan and be like, we're gonna get in a car and go somewhere so that you know it is quality time.
Yeah. It's not just like existing in the same space but not actually like having the full attention. You know?
Then we have to weirdly like, it's like you're forcing it, kind of being like, we've literally called our flatmates who are upstairs and be like, come downstairs, we're gonna hang out. Yeah. Which is just such a weird concept of being like.
And then sometimes I'm like, I would say also, living with boys, it's a lot harder to get them to do anything, whereas the girls are always like, oh, like, yeah, that'll be so fun. They're always like up for a plan, up for everything. The boys are like, oh, but like we could also just like play video games. Yeah. But it's like, I don't want to sit and watch you play Fortnite.
Yeah.
So we just got home to find our flatmate Tom in the driveway, and I was like, you gonna be here for dinner? And he goes, no, I'm gonna get some food with my girlfriend.
Completely stitched up. Yas has bought enough chicken for 12 people, feeding a huge family. We've gone out of our way to do this shop.
Also,
I'm taking part.
Our whole challenge relies on the reactions of our flatmates who aren't here.
And this just shows you that flatmates, especially in a mixed flat having to deal with males, just doesn't work.
So we hate you, Tom, and also Lizzie for being late. So we're completely changing the challenge.
New challenge!
Instead of us giving the rice balls with nothing in them to everyone else, which could have gone bad anyway. They could have had dry reactions, which they may be.
Because they probably are lame as well.
We're like on the hating them bandwagon now. But so we're going to do a blind cooking challenge. We'll prepare the food, so obviously no cooking is involved because I don't want to burn myself.
We've learned safety while cooking here in a flat.
But in the Flat Awards, which happened recently, flatmates were pretty quick to say I was the worst cook, were they not?
They were.
So, in spite of them, I'm going to show them that I can do this shit with my eyes closed. And it's time to get blindfolded.
No, I instantly feel quite worried. Well, the problem is that I don't actually know how you make a rice ball, so this is where we're really struggling. Rice is to your right.
Yeah.
Have you washed your hands?
Yeah, I did actually.
I don't know if I believe you.
Oh, this is disgusting.
Left. No, right. Down.
Wait, am I getting it not in the thing?
Nicely
Now,
done.
the tricky thing with coleslaw in a bag is you never quite know where to find this little baggie. Nah, bro, can you open this book?
Dribbling everywhere.
Is it?
Yes.
Is this it? Here?
No, left.
And then we'll just do a bit of a
No,
toss.
not with the hands.
Jeez, with the hands. It's rice balls.
Oh my god. This.
Funny. So, thank you for joining us. That was our challenge this week.
Don't touch my eye mask like that.
I really did.
Wait, how does it squish together?
Just trust me, I reckon. Do you think too much?
Good? Perfect.
We miss you, bro. You fucking me a knife or what? Hand it to me, knife, like...
It's not sharp.
Oh my god. Did it land on the thing?
No.
Oh. And this is the part that I think I may have fucked up. I think I may have not attributed. Oh no, this isn't feeling right. This is horrid. Okay, so. And that, my friends, is how you make a rice ball. True Japanese style. So, but the reason that I made this was because I feel like I've been getting a lot of hate recently. I got the award for the worst cook, and I just wanted to prove that I could do something with my eyes closed. So this, my friend, was made blindfolded. Mic drop. So the challenge is a classic example of sometimes you just can't plan with people who just...
You can't rely on people. You can't. They're not going to pull through how you expect them to.
And then you just have to prepare yourself for disappointment. One time I thought to myself, you know what, tonight's the night where we're gonna, you know, have a bit of fun. I labelled it Yaz's big night of games, okay? I bought balloons. I bought props. Everything was sorted. And then, I don't even remember who it was like, oh, like, not that keen, sorry. And then someone left, and then all of a sudden, Yaz's big night of games.
And even though we're all in the house, people just off to their rooms, and all of a sudden, your big night of games is over.
And I just did not really feel valued in that moment.
I'm sorry to hear that. It was a hard time.
It was. That's okay, I'll pull my red card, and then we'll be able to play Yaz's big night of
That's
games.
yes. Is that going to be Yaz's big night of games?
I don't know. An interesting one to think about is also just like, so hosting is hard, and we have hosted a couple of times, and I think the hardest part of that is like, yeah, we're gonna host, but then we're all gonna clean up afterwards because it's a big job to clean up afterwards. Whereas some people would go off to work and then leave everything else, even though it was their party at Tom Collin, and make everyone else clean up after them.
Well, this is where it's all a bit of a blame game because it's who wanted to host. So sometimes I'll be like, I never even wanted people to come over. Why is this my job? But realistically, that's not how you do it, and you just kind of have to do everything.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. But
that's how I described planning, or maybe this is just my personal experience. Is it's a constant blame game. So undo the dishwasher. Look at my food account. I haven't cooked in 2 weeks. Not one of those things are mine. You just got to do it. Right, I think that's the best way to do it, is if everyone does it.
Yeah, because otherwise you could even say it's not yours and then realise about 2 hours later, it was actually me. I just picked up dip a fuss.
People would come up with the randomest excuses. Oh, is that your toilet paper? Oh no, I've been constipated for 2 weeks, so I literally have not pooed, so that's your toilet paper. Like, please just clean the toilet paper. We don't need to be making up lies like this.
It's quite funny, I like that one.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. So probably one of the biggest things that we've beefed up about this year is power, because power is quite expensive, and the less you use, the less expensive it is. So we've been stingy about it. The heater, especially, stingy. But I remember one time going into Kenzie's room, and then suddenly I'm like, damn, this room is so warm. Why is it so warm? Look down, her heater's on. She wasn't even home.
Yeah. So disrespectful. You look into someone's room and they're in bed and you go, they look awfully cozy. Look, glance down, there's a heated blanket. I see a little glow.
Yeah.
The switch is on. There's still 20 minutes till 3 hours of power. Cancelled. Literally, the oven's left on for an extra second. Oh! Who's left the oven on? It is crazy.
It really is. And then, from that point on, I was constantly on edge, constantly suspicious that her heater was on. Kenzie's heater was on all the time.
So we would check.
Yeah, I would.
We'd go
I'd
check.
be like, oh, so what were you up just to do up there in your bedroom, Kenzie? She'd be like, oh, just hanging out.
Is it cozy in there?
Is it cozy? And then she'd look at me, and I'd look at her, and then I'd run, and she would run to turn
Wait, this
us off.
literally happened.
Yeah.
Where I was like, no, wait there.
Yeah, and I was like, no! And then I started running.
And then I was yelling at you like, is it on? Is it on? Is it on? It's on!
No, turns out it actually
It
broke.
wasn't.
So I've been a bit of, I'd say probably a bit of a crazy bitch this year, and I think one thing tipped it off. One night, on a night out, I was coming home, someone was giving away free sausages on the side of the street. I was like, yowza, grabbed a couple, I think I grabbed about 3, was running home with sausages in my hand.
Why were they giving out free sausages? I've never heard this part of the story.
They were pre-cooks, and they were just being nice. I didn't get poisoned, so it was
Who the
good.
heck is like, I feel like being nice at midnight, let's hand out some pre-cooked sausages.
No, but it was like a drunken night out, and everyone was like, saucies, you know?
Okay.
So running home with these sausages in my hand, boom, boom, boom. Get home, I am absolutely fizzing. Pop them in the air fryer, boom. Then I'm going to get the bread. Got the bread, oh my god, the bread is delicious and perfect. Go to the bloody fridge to get my sauce that I bought. We don't have communal sauce, no sauce. I was distraught. And from that point on, it was quite earlier on in the year, I was suspicious. No, I was suspicious of everyone and everything. So go in the fridge, someone's used my sauce. Oh, just kidding, that's actually their sauce and my sauce is there.
We live on edge. I see someone cooking, I just got my eye over the shoulder. Oh yeah, interesting. I actually have pepper of the same brand. Where'd you get that? What cupboard?
In a random.
I have my own personal pantry, and I choose to not. I'm actually the most antisocial flatmate. This is actually bad of me, but it's worked for me. Is I say I don't partake in any communalism.
But you do when it benefits you.
No, I don't. I have my own oil, my own salt and pepper.
Where's the oil that you use?
In my cupboard, it's olive oil. You use canola oil. I can prove it to you right now.
You're getting so angry.
Literally, think of one thing that I use that's communal. What's one thing communal that I use?
I don't know, the couches.
Oh yeah, that's communal.
The pans.
No, I still bring my own.
My bowl.
But it means, you're constantly sus on edge.
So, like shampoo, toothpaste, there was a
Body gel.
About body gel.
Oh, don't even get us started.
Bloody body gel.
Yas was using my razor.
I wasn't. That's disgusting. Ew.
I was using yours.
I know. Disgusting. We got bad razor.
Every day she's like, your hair looks so nice and blonde. You use my purple shampoo?
It's like a loaded compliment.
Oh my god, you smell so nice. That's my perfume.
Hey, did you use my pizza sauce?
No?
Huh, it's I swear that you had a pizza last night though, or was it pasta? What did you use for the sauce?
Yeah, I made pizza, but I've got sauce in there.
Oh, not to sound crazy, but do you mind showing me the one that you have in there?
It was in there, so maybe that one's mine.
This isn't yours. This. Oh, actually no, this actually might be mine. Actually no, this is mine. Never mind. Yeah, this is mine.
Yes, can you bring some toilet paper?
We're at, so yeah, that's awkward, isn't it?
Could you go buy some? Because I literally bought the last one.
It's just that last time I bought the 40 pack and then you only bought the 20. So I was just thinking that maybe you'd get the next ones because I did the 40, you know? So obviously we've talked a lot about the flatting experience, and I think the best thing to do now would be to introduce the flatmates and hear a bit of their perspective, because we can't just have one side of the bloody coin here.
Well, I also want to investigate. Like I said, we're suspicious of everything. My key question I want to find out is, what have they stolen of mine? Well, what is your name?
I'm Kenzie.
Tian Robinson.
Tom.
Elizabeth Solly.
My name is Antonia.
Yasmina.
Have you ever stolen anything from one of your flatmates? What was it and why?
Yes, a stolen toothpaste, probably from Tom, because I couldn't be bothered trying to find mine.
From the flat?
Or the flatmates.
Oh, bit of QP mayo, if I'm being honest.
Why was that? Why did you steal it?
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
So if you walk past and there's sort of like a pan on the something, there's something going and it's looking pretty yummy, I might just casually just stick the old fingers in and just on the way past. Yeah, I've seen you do that a few times as well. I rate it, yeah.
So
And
there was one point where there was multiple barbecue sauce bottles. I knew one of them was mine, but I couldn't tell, so I just used one of them.
Hey, what peppercorns do you use when you're cooking with salt and pepper?
I don't use pepper ever.
Because it's too spicy for you?
Yeah, I hate
No, I respect people's property and I know what's mine. I've got my own separate pantry.
So why did you steal it?
The pantry?
Yes, I've stolen many things from the flat. I've stolen people's belongings. I've stolen people's food. I've stolen people's everything. People's dignity. It's been stolen by me. What was the last thing you purchased for the flat?
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
toilet paper.
Shit.
I purchased baking paper recently.
The dishwashing liquid. Yeah.
And how much did that cost you?
$2.50.
Dishwashing liquid.
See, that's funny, because Tom also said he purchased the dishwashing liquid, and we only have one. Who's
Yeah.
lying?
Do you know the bag? That was me.
Whose bag?
That was like 6 months ago.
No, that was actually a month ago.
Your last purchase was a month ago?
Well, who is your favourite flatmate?
Not you.
And why?
Probably overall's favourite flatmate is Tian, but that's mainly just because he's the only masculine energy I get, so I feel like it's biased. But kinda it varies a lot between probably all four of you girls. Like, you know, I feel like I'm a good vibe with you right this moment. But anything could happen in the next 5 minutes that maybe sets that relationship and makes it shift.
It's a tough one. I've got so many good flatmates. But I'd have to go with Yasmina, simply just because she's stuck to me.
Oh, that's really cute.
Favourite flatmate? This is a tough one because I actually don't really like anyone in the flat and I'd rather be living solo. Probably David. I'd probably say Tian because he pleasures me.
Probably Toni.
And why?
Because she goes for walks with me and does stuff with me.
Oh fuck! I knew this was gonna be a question. I'm just gonna say Tom because he's probably the one that I spend the most time with. I reckon.
In this specific moment, Tom, because he's been the most compliant with this interview process and this lie detector test compared to some other flatmates.
If you were to restart this year, what would you have done differently in terms of our flat and flatting in general?
I wouldn't have shared a bathroom with the boys.
Oh, change the person who lived in the worst room. Put her in a different flat.
So you don't want to flirt with me anymore?
Nah, it's fine.
Oh fuck yeah! I forgot about that. Yeah, definitely wouldn't have flirted with the relationship. I'm sorry, but you look for them and then spending half an hour locked in a room shouting.
I would have discussed our opinions on cleanliness and volume and buying stuff in advance and had like a plan of like how we were going to split those kind of things because we just hadn't discussed it, and so it was more of a deal with it as it comes, and that meant, you know, beef arrived pretty quickly on.
I don't know. I've had a brilliant year with you lot, actually.
Oh, that's really nice.
No one else said that about you, Tom. Oh.
Anything else you'd like to say?
It's been a pleasure helping you out with your podcast so far.
Oh,
Shout out the scrub down.
Overall, I've loved flirting here, and I'm really gonna miss flirting with some of my best friends. So.
Oh, perfect
it was
answer.
lovely. I think I would have been a kinder person, and I think that goes for a lot of people here, and they just won't say it personally.
But you're brave enough to.
But I'm brave enough to step out and say, you can always be kinder, you know. There's always a leaf that you can turn the next day when you've had a beef, and you could always be a bit of a better person. So I'd say personally, I'm going to step up and take that role. A lot of other people can as well, so I am stepping up.
Selena Gomez.
Interesting. I'm a bit pissed off that I only got one person saying I was the favourite, and I actually premised with him to say, you better say I'm the bloody favourite on my own.
It's kind of
podcast.
weird because Tom won overall, but Tian actually received the award last weekend when we did Flat Awards.
So we had Flat Awards, and let me tell you, the Flat Awards were interesting. We could get out the Flat Awards. But do you want to say why you chose Tom? Because I was actually a bit upset about that.
Because both Tian and Yasmina were being so rude.
I wasn't being rude.
We found out some interesting things, like the whole everyone claiming that they bought dishwashing liquid recently.
Everyone's answer was, I bought toilet paper last, but did you? Because finally we're out of toilet paper, so...
And don't have any dishwashing liquid. Like, literally, people are making stuff up.
was it interesting seeing that both the boys say last thing they bought was dishwashing liquid?
Very suspicious. I bet they split it. They, like, bought it together.
Like $1 each.
Yeah.
Probably even less, 50 cents each. They didn't even buy a big one, it was just like a tiny one.
And they would never think to get something like baking paper or, like, any of those kind of different ones. No.
So, not to bring it up or be salty about it, but I found it a bit interesting that Kinsey picked you.
Well, I think it shows you how in a flat it's really important to make effort to plan to hang out, and that's something that she notices that I do. But I think we do a good job of that too.
No, but I'd say you guys do, like, you would plan to go out to, like, the market or a walk or something, so I do kind of get
Well, like,
that.
there's a 2-for-1 deal. We're going to go get spaghetti.
Yeah.
We did that the other night. So good. Hey,
Young boss.
these deals, have to look out for them. 2-for-1. Hey, best way for deals, Yaz does this, so does Kinsey. Food print. Download the app.
We don't want to tell too many people about it because it's first in, first serve, but we will say it, food print.
You get all of the leftover food waste from cafes for super cheap, like 30% of the original cost. So you're getting like a beautiful $15 sandwich for $4 or something.
A whole loaf of bread sometimes even. You got a lovely little Turkish, didn't
Oh,
you?
focaccia.
Focaccia.
Divine. I'm hoping to get another today. It'd be great.
Or we might have to fight over that actually.
Okay, yeah,
First in the air.
Focaccia.
It literally is like that
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
When the food print goes on, everyone's...
Flirting is so much fun. I feel like we've talked about it being super toxic and beefy. I've had one of the most fun years of my life of just doing like just craziness, having so much freedom and independence. Oh, it's just brilliant.
It really is.
But I feel like it'd be important for us to share our experience and our like 3 little bits of advice. Like let's try think we can do it together of like the 3 most important things.
Well, one for me, but I guess it's like this maybe not the important. Probably don't live with your boyfriend after 6 months.
Oh no,
of
that's
dating.
definitely one of them. Don't
Okay.
do it.
It's just like, I mean, you can do it. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It's a lot of holy moliness, you know what I mean?
might not work as well as you think. 2, make a cleaning roster or expectations before you start flirting. If we'd had it from the start that, every second week I do the vacuum, I think I would have been chill about it. But if I randomly get told on a Thursday in November that it's my job to vacuum and I've never vacuumed before, it shakes you to the core.
It really does.
It throws you. We're cleaning the bathroom now? I've never done this before.
I haven't mentally prepared.
Yeah.
And I'd say 3 would be just enjoy it, be in the moment, because you could be thinking that you're living with these people for a year, and then that year is suddenly over, and then you're moving in back with your parents, and you're moving with other random people. Just enjoy it. Like, take the moment. It's so unique living with people, and it's always going to be different. Like, you know, just take it for what it is and try and look for the good in it. This is always good.
I could cry thinking about how I regret not taking the opportunity more often to just go into a friend's room and hang out with them, or forcing someone to go get a late night dessert with me, because I'll never have that again.
And even just enjoying their company regardless of if the dishes are done or like anything like that. You know what I mean? Like looking past all of the like surface level
flatmate things.
It'll get done.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the people that you're living with, because you might never live with them again. And to the flatmates, if you're watching, we do love you
so much.
Mwah.
I feel like we talked the most shit about Tom, but I stand
he
by
deserves it. True colours shining through. So obviously it's sad blimmin' times.
Maybe only for us.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you're sad too, but it's the end of our 6-week vodcast. We have genuinely had so much fun making this. Like, I've looked for this every week, filming, editing, just like getting some feedback from you, and honestly, it's been so fun. Has it not been? Have you enjoyed yourself?
So much fun, and like I've said, I can't believe we're stopping. I feel like I'm going to get so used to putting in my ideas and energy into talking and doing weird stuff with you. Yeah. Actually, this is our quality time, is filming the podcast.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to talk to you as we sometimes we'll be sitting in a car having a conversation. It's like, we need to save this like hype and funny chat for when we're sitting down. Yeah.
I think it's also so fun, and I think I've had so much fun over this period of thinking of an idea, and sometimes you think about it and sometimes you talk about it with someone, but then with the vodka we think of an idea and then we just like take it a lot further by like expanding it and talking about it and even like acting it out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I have enjoyed that, and I'm gonna miss not doing that. Like, I'm gonna think of ideas now and be like, oh,
we should make this skit for a vodcast.
Like, yeah, or like might just have to make a personal YouTube now.
I'm now just gonna have to post skits on my TikTok.
Yeah. But loved it, and you may see us doing this in the future, but it may be a little bit different. And as a final note, we'd like to say, don't cry. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.